John Candy Month continues with the film Summer Rental that came out in 1985 and was directed by Carl Reiner. Carl Reiner cast John Candy because he knew that he could bring a funny, likable, everyday man-like appeal here. And Carl Reiner was right. John Candy brings all those qualities to the role of Jack Chester, an air traffic controller who is happily married with 3 kids. One day it appears that he's overworked, so his bosses tell him he needs to take a much-needed vacation. So Jack takes his wife, played by Karen Austin, and his 3 kids to Florida. And if you think work was a hassle, this vacation is one mishap after another. It's like no matter where Jack goes, just Murphy's Law seems to follow him everywhere. But Jack is determined to make this a perfect vacation. Now, I know what you're probably going to say, people who haven't seen this movie before. This sounds like it's no different from the film National Lampoon's Vacation. Well, you'd be right. But, and I'm going to hate to say this, but as the film goes on, it takes a different turn, which I do like, because I like movies when you think it's going to go one way, then it goes a completely different direction, and Summer Rental is no different. It's an enjoyable film you can watch during the summer, and it proves John Candy had leading man material, that he wasn't just the typical sidekick or the funny leading supporting role. He could be a leading character too, and he proves it very well. And any man who is married with kids and tried to give their family a perfect family vacation can relate to this. And John Candy really shows how he could be relatable in a funny way. And I think John Candy's one of his funniest scenes is, of course, he hurt his leg earlier in the film. And he comes home and finds his house, his summer rental house, invaded with partygoers. And he just goes bonkers with a crutch and just orders everybody to get out. That's funny. John's anger was just hilarious in that scene. You just can't stop laughing every time you see that scene. But as good as John is in this movie, and he is good, he never hogs the attention. He lets the other supporting actors shine, like Rip Torn as Scully, a restaurant owner who helps Jack become a better sailor. And then there's Richard Crenna as the rich, snobbish Al Pellet, who makes Jack and his family there as miserable as possible. Yeah, he's so good at being pompous. He's basically like similar to Ted Knight in Caddyshack. John had camaraderie with anybody he played off of, and Richard Crenna and Rip Torn are no different. You could just have a feeling there was too much laughing between takes. It looked like they were just having too much fun making this movie. And Karen Austin is also good as Jack's loving, concerned wife. And then there's Lois Hamilton as Jack's neighbor. Her running gag on that is that she's so concerned about her boobs, and she wants everybody's opinion on it. I just love how it makes everybody annoyingly uncomfortable every time she does that. It's funny. Summer Rental is a perfect film for John Candy. He does show that he has star-making quality. I think this is the film that really got his star-making appeal going. And it's a perfect summer film. I don't know if it's for everybody to enjoy, but anybody who wants to watch a perfect summer comedy, this is the film to watch. I mean, it loads everything it has a lot of laughs and a lot of heart to it, so I give Summer Rental a 9 out of 10. Bye-bye.